voter registration drive, and autism awareness. Our focus correlates with the national theme, joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. Our chapter supports Delta's 5-point programmatic thrust: economic development, educational development, international awareness and involvement, physical and mental health, and political awareness and involvement. More information about the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is available at www.jonesboroalumni.dst.org or via email jonesboroalumni@live.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. And my special guest for the second half of my show is Miss Lisa. I'm sorry I didn't catch your last name. Gervaithan. I know I'm going to mess that up. Miss Gervaithan from the NEA Humane Society. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right, and so we're going to get right into our conversation. So first, tell us a little bit more about yourself and what position you hold at the Humane Society.
I've been there for almost 5 years now, and I am the cat intake manager and the rescue coordinator for the shelter.
Okay. The intake, rescue and intake.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you only work with the cats? Have you ever worked with the dogs?
I have worked with the dogs,
Okay.
but we have a couple of people that are in charge of over the dogs right now. So
Okay.
if somebody wants to bring a cat in, it goes through me on the cats.
Okay.
So I just do the cat intakes.
And do you ever have to resist, trying to pet and cuddle every single one of them?
Oh, that happens a lot. We always are loving on the kids out there.
Oh, wow. All right. So tell us, since this is your first time here, tell us a little bit more about the NEA Humane Society, how long you all have been in operation, and then we can get into how people can help and, what are some things you're looking for or you're needing for the animals that are there?
We have been in operation since, I believe, 1971.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've been at our location where we're at now at 6111 East Highland for 15 years, maybe, something like that.
Oh, my goodness.
We have volunteer opportunities for anybody that wants to come out.
Okay.
Monday through Friday from 11 to 4.
Okay.
We have a lot of stuff for people to do. We encourage people to come out and help. There's this extra things that need to be done that the staff doesn't have time to get done,
Okay.
like giving dogs baths and helping around the shelter.
Now, is there an age limit or age requirement for anyone that wants to volunteer?
If you're under 16, a parent or guardian has to be with you. If
Okay.
you're over 16, you can come by yourself.
Okay. Now, what are some of the biggest challenges? And we see all types of stories on the news all across the nation about animal shelters. And I really hate to say shelter, but humane societies. We see these stories. There's always a need. Tell us some things that you all need here, maybe supply-wise, outside of volunteers.
We have a list on our website, I do
Okay.
believe, neahs.org, of all the supplies that we need. We go through, we use Odoban every day. That's what we mop the floors with. We use laundry detergent, and it can be any kind. We have 2 washers and 2 dryers that are going from about 7:30 to 5 o'clock every day.
Oh.
Where the cat kennels have towels in them, and they get changed every day, so we have to wash those. The guys in the back will dry the dog kennels with
Okay.
towels, so we go through a lot of towels. So if you get new towels, we take your old ones and we put them to very good use.
All right. And so I can imagine also maybe, do you need people to, I don't want to say come sit with the animals, but kind of get them out of their cages and walk them and just kind of socialize them?
We have several, especially if we've taken them from hoarding cases or
Okay.
abuse cases. We really like people to come out to socialize with those animals because they have not been around people. They've been closed up in a house for however long by themselves, and they're scared. And so we get several that are scared, and we encourage people to come. Just go sit in the kennel with them and get them used to human interaction anymore.
All right. Now tell us about some events that you maybe host, or do you have any type of adoption event coming up anytime soon?
We don't have an adoption event coming up. We adopt, fill out application. We adopt any day of the week, Monday or Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 4 when we're open.
Okay.
Our dog adoptions are $160, and they're spayed, neutered, all shots, and a microchip. And our cats are $50. Same thing, spayed, neutered, all shots, and a microchip. We do have an event coming up the last Thursday of next month at Yes Dog Grill downtown on Main Street. It's called Yappy Hour, and we get a portion of the proceeds from the food sales with them. And last Saturday night we just had our Petapalooza, which was our biggest fundraiser of the year.
I heard about that. And how did that? Tell us a little bit more about that event and what.
It was great fun. We had such a good time. We had a whole ton of silent auction items that people were bidding on, and then we had a live auction. We had a fajita buffet bar there.
Wow.
We had music. It was just a great time for the public to come out to meet the staff and the board of directors, and just hang out and raise money for all of our kids, because we have very many.
Very many. All right. Now, kind of shine some light on, there may be some myths or half-truths or misunderstandings about what you can and cannot do, what type of animals you can and cannot take. So anything that you would like to highlight, so that people have a good understanding, a better understanding of what you all do. We
pretty much will take in, if we have a spot, animals. The only kind of dog, we're not specific on dogs, but if it's aggressive and is going to bite somebody, we can't put it in our shelter. We can't take a chance on a little kid or a visitor coming in and getting bit by an aggressive dog. We cannot take those.
Okay.
We always take sick and injured. If somebody calls and says, hey, this dog got hit by a car or fell off of something, or a cat got hit, if they call and say, hey, I've got this injured dog, this malnourished, starving dog or cat, whatever, we do take those. We do not turn those away.
Okay. And I'm scrolling through your Facebook page. So if anyone would like more information, you can find them on Facebook under Northeast Arkansas Humane Society. I see that, you posted a missing dog. So sometimes you get animals that they're lost, can't find their way home.
Right. A lot of people will send us a picture and their dog got out, dug out of the fence. Somebody, meter reader or a kid, somebody left the gate open and they get out. So if they send us a picture and post it to us, we will share it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And we have really good success on either finding the dog or finding the owners if somebody's found a missing dog.
That's awesome. I do want to mention that the NEA Humane Society, you are a nonprofit.
Yes, we are.
And so if anyone makes a donation, is it tax deductible?
It is tax deductible, and everything that's donated goes straight back to the shelter to take care of our animals.
That's awesome. And so if you ever were on the fence about supporting, hopefully this helps to make the decision a lot more easier. This is a nonprofit organization too, so we know all about needing a little extra here and there.
Yeah, and we strictly run on private donations. That's how we keep the doors open.
That's amazing.
And we have, we don't have any support from like the city or whatever, because they help run the animal control. So everything that is done with our shelter is strictly donation based.
So are there not any maybe state or federal grants that support animal shelters?
We do get a grant every so often. We have to apply for them, and we've applied for some that we haven't been accepted for.
Okay.
But they get so many requests, the national organizations, for people wanting grants, that sometimes we get them and sometimes we don't.
Okay. So again, community of Jonesboro surrounding area, you can see why it's so vital to support these shelters. I don't own a pet, but I've said that when I get to that point, I'm going to adopt, from a shelter versus buying. Not to say there's anything wrong with breeders, but there's still issues that come along with it. I'm sure you all have been on the receiving end of when breeding goes wrong.
Yes, that happens a lot. And we, a lot of people say they don't want to get a shelter dog because they want a purebred. Come look at the shelter. we have a ton of purebred dogs out there. Same kind that you're going to go buy one from somebody else. We probably have that same kind.
Wow. And so can you kind of give us a rundown of cats and the dogs. Of course, I kept in different locations, and I love them both equally. But I thought I'm more of a cat person, so kind of give us a rundown of we talked about volunteers. So what are you looking for in a volunteer?
A volunteer, if they want to help with cats, they can come in, and we will let them help, like clean the litter boxes, refresh their water. If it has litter in it or something, they can, dump the water out and put some fresh water in there, and just kind of play with the cats. The dogs are require more for volunteers, because it's like, go scoop the the poop and sit out there with them and play with them, throw the ball with them, get them used to playing with toys. A lot of our dogs that come in have never seen a toy. And so a lot of people will donate toys, so we'll take them out and throw a tennis ball, and it may take a few days for them to even get used to, like, oh, I can play with that.
Wow. Do you get a chance to go out into the community and talk about the importance of volunteerism? I've talked about it with some other individuals that work for the city before and other groups, and I'm not gonna try to insult anybody's intelligence, but I personally don't feel that some people understand the true value in volunteering.
Right. We when school's in session, we get asked to go to a lot of the elementary schools to speak about what our shelter's about, and ask them to come out, tell your mom and dad to bring you out on the weekend, to come volunteer, to come help. And a lot of times we ask the kids, especially in the summertime, for if you're having problems, if you're a kid that's having trouble reading, bring a book out and sit in a kennel with a dog, or sit in the cat room and read, because that will improve your reading skills. And the animals absolutely love it. They'll just sit there and look at those little kids while they're reading, and and it's not hard for the kids because they're not getting laughed at. Nobody's making fun of them, and they've got an audience of an animal sitting there looking at them or laying in their lap, giving them their undivided attention, and it's a win-win for our pets plus the kids.
That's amazing. And I'm sure the teachers that have these students that are continuing to read outside of class truly appreciate.
Yes.
Appreciate that extra read, that they're indulging in that extra reading time. And then I don't think some people don't understand when you volunteer, it helps you in a sense. It can be a form of, I don't want to say therapy. I want to use that word loosely. It's therapeutic.
Yes, it
to
is.
volunteer. The social skills you gain, the interactions with other people that you gain, networking, and just you're getting outside of yourself and doing something for someone else, and that in turn can bring you a little more joy in your life.
Exactly. We've had a lot of people that have come out, we need help, like mowing the yard, to keep one of the staff members from going out to mow it. So we have volunteers that come every week to mow our yard out there. We furnish everything. It's just we need somebody to get on the lawnmower or push the lawnmower. So we have that. But we've had several people lately that are, when they're doing stuff and they're like, I had no idea that y'all did this much stuff out here. They thought several people will think volunteering there to come out and play with the dogs and the cats, and it's so much more than that. We have so much stuff that needs to be done. We have probably 60 dogs in the shelter right now. We would love for them all to have a bath every week, but we need volunteers to come out to help with that.
I want to ask this because I've seen this happen. I know we don't have a prison here, even though we have a jail system. I know that in some cases, in like the lower I don't know what they call it, but the low-level criminals, they get to interact with animals. They do the training, and they actually get to keep it. I don't think they keep it overnight, but they keep it like through the day, and they're responsible for every part of the animal's care, plus the training of it. So, has it been considered? I don't know. Either it's been done, it didn't work out in the past, but partnering with the local jail, Craig County, to see if it's possible to get inmates to help out.
They use them at Jonesboro Animal Control.
Okay.
So they have it.
Control.
Animal Control uses those. uses the
Inmates.
inmates. Yeah. We used to several years ago, and I can't recall what happened. There was some issue,
Okay.
and so that has ceased with us.
Okay.
But animal control does have inmates down there helping them out a lot.
Well, then there's another facility here that houses youth, CYS, and I don't know. I'm always thinking about how to increase partnerships and how to again increase the quality of life. I don't know if I can use that term like that, but help people out in the process. And like with teenagers, they already have some behavioral issues,
Right.
and maybe interacting with the animal and being responsible for someone else, something else besides themselves, might adjust their attitude and mood a little bit.
We have a few groups that we do work with that
Okay.
bring kids out, older kids, adults from other homes that will come out and help, an hour once a week or something. So we do like to do that
Okay.
and give them an opportunity, because it helps our animals and it gives them a feeling that they're doing something and accomplishing something. So we do that also.
That's awesome. And have you ever had the opportunity to take some of the mild-mannered animals, like to the elderly homes? Because-
Yeah, I've taken several to nursing homes.
Okay.
I used to work in a nursing home, so pet therapy with the elderly is huge.
Okay.
And we would go once every couple of weeks or once a month, and when they call now, we'll take them and just go let them visit we take the calmest dog we have and let them go visit the senior citizens that are in there, because that makes their day, thrills them to death. And then we get a dog that gets to go out of the shelter for a couple of hours just on a visit for them also.
Wow. Do you allow for people to foster, or do people request to foster
The
dogs?
only thing at our shelter that we ask for foster sometimes is if we get a nursing mom with puppies
Okay.
that we don't have a spot to put them at that time, or a nursing mom with kittens, we will ask for fosters for that.
Okay.
But for just, a lot of people want to just like foster one of our dogs, but if we want somebody to adopt it, it's in somebody's home and
Okay.
instead of at our shelter.
All right.
So or injured dogs that have surgery and have had need to be in a calm environment for a little while they're recuperating, we foster for those.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it.
All right. I want to say good morning to Mr. Robert Harden Jr. Thank you for checking in. How are you doing? You need to call down to Jonesboro and get you one of these animals from the NEA Humane Society. We want everyone to come out and check out the animals that you have and consider taking one home with you. Now, of course, some people have allergies and whatnot, and they just simply cannot. Do you have animals? I've heard the term some animals are hypoallergenic. Do you have, what's your experience with that, or what's your knowledge on the animals you have versus your recommendations, or?
I think pretty much like the poodle breeds are kind of hypoallergenic.
Okay.
Kinda. But we've had people adopt animals and call us the next day and like, hey, we got to bring it back. We did not have any idea that we were allergic, and my son broke out in hives. And so, if you adopt an animal for us, we do take them back at any time.
Oh,
But we
I
had
think that'll break your heart.
it's probably been, maybe a year ago, we had a little boy that was handicapped.
Okay.
And he picked out the perfect dog for him. It was a perfect match. And mom called the next morning, and the dog had slept with him, and we assumed that he was allergic to the dander.
Oh,
And
goodness.
his eyes had swollen shut, and he had all these hives all over him, so they had to bring it back. But it crushed our soul, crushed the little boy, because it was such a good match, and it was going to be a perfect fit for this little special needs kid to have his own dog.
Oh, wow. We talked a little bit earlier about partnerships, and we're going to get ready for our first break here in a minute, our next break. But I know there's a lot of advancement when it comes to working with veterans and finding them a service dog. Do you often, or have you ever provided, or has anyone ever purchased a dog from your shelter to be a service dog for, say, veterans or anyone?
We are partnered with Beck Pride at ASU.
Okay.
And so if any of the guys or girls that are veterans come out to find a dog, they pick one out, then we call Beck Pride and tell them, so-and-so has found this dog, they will send somebody out to evaluate the dog to see if it's a good fit.
Okay.
And Beck Pride does pay the adoption fee of that dog, and they have to commit to taking the classes with them to get trained together.
Okay.
And so we have adopted several out with them.
That's amazing.
And it's a huge thing for that.
That's amazing. So we're going to get ready to take a break here since I want to ask another question. But when we come back, I want to talk about capacity and then how people can reach out to you, how they can donate, and just, anything else we can get covered in the next segment. So you're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and we're speaking with Ms. Lisa from the NEA Humane Society. I'm trying to call a shelter. We will be right back after these announcements. If you have any questions or comments, please give us a call, 870-277-1080, or leave a message on our Facebook Live feed. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Here are a few things you might not know about credit cards from Sharisa Naw, the consumer expert at Black Enterprise. You can get a temporary credit card number. If you don't feel comfortable using your credit card number when shopping online, you can use a short-term number instead. All you have to do is contact your credit card issuer or bank and make the request. A new temporary number will be provided that is linked to your credit account. Temporary credit card numbers are issued free of charge. When a future employer orders your credit report, they cannot see your credit score. Employers don't have access to your credit score, only your report. Employers receive a modified version of your credit report, known as an employment report, from the 3 major credit reporting agencies, which does not include your score. I'm out of time, but join me for Money Matters tomorrow when I'll share more credit card secrets from Black Enterprise consumer expert Sharisa Naw. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. at AURN.com.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
KLEK thanks C.J. Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
The Black Professionals Network of Jonesboro was incorporated January 2013 with the mission of creating networking opportunities and to create community presence in the Jonesboro area. BPN is a diverse group of professionals established to make Jonesboro an ideal place for people of color and operates under the 4 pillars of Live, Learn, Lead, and Link. BPN meets the 3rd Thursday of every month. More info, Black Professionals Network on Facebook and bpnjonesboro.org.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. lives. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Victoria Evans. I have always had a desire to help others in need and to be an example and role model to young women by encouraging them to never give up on their dreams. My dream was to become a police officer and to serve my community. In 2016, that dream became a reality, and it is the most rewarding experience of my life. Now I want to let you know about the same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing every month for patrol officers. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com or at the Police Department, 1001 South Caraway Work. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-935-5657.
KLEK 102.5 FM wants to be active in the community. If you or your organization is hosting a community service event, we would like to know about it and be a part of it. KLEK will promote your event on air, online, and on social media. KLEK personalities may also attend the event and provide music and or entertainment. Certain restrictions and availability may apply. If you or your organization would like to partner with KLEK to make the Jonesboro community a better place, call 870-277-1080 or email us at klek@klekfm.org. In order for a community announcement or church announcement to be aired on KLEK 102.5 FM, we ask that the announcement be sent at minimum 1 week in advance. Thank you for supporting KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. My special guest today is Miss Lisa from the NEA, and is it Gersh? No, I'm sorry. What's the name? Please say your last name again.
Trevathan.
What? Good girl. Trevathan from the NEA Humane Society, and we've just been having a really great off-air conversation all about animals, and wish we could take them all home, but unfortunately we can't, and that's why we need you, the community, to step in and help out and adopt these beautiful babies, puppies and kitties. And so I was asking her, do you take other animals, and tell us some of the other animals that you get in.
We have in an animal cruelty case, we have removed sheep and goats at one point. We do take horses from abuse cases. We got custody of 2 about a week ago. One passed away the next day, and we are doing our best to save the one that we have now, and she is doing so much better.
I was scrolling through your Facebook page, and I saw that one. I'm like, it just breaks your heart that.
Oh, it does. It just, if you own an animal and you can't afford food, or you fall on hard times, call and ask, if we can help. We have a food pantry for our dogs and cats, that if people are unable to afford to buy food for their, dogs and cats, we have people donate food, any kind, to our food pantry. Okay. So we give it out for a bag a month to help somebody if they're on hard times.
Okay, so you really do help out the community in
we
more
do.
Ways than people realize.
Yeah, because if these people, they love their pets and they want to take care of them, and we're a small shelter, so if they want to keep them at home and we can give them a bag of food every month and then keep them at home, that saves those animals from coming into us that we have no room for.
That's awesome. Now, have you ever had a case where someone just could not take care of their pet? They felt like they were at their rope's end, and they just dropped off a box of animals on your doorstep?
That happens quite often.
Okay.
We pull up, and you never, that's the first thing that whoever's the first one there looks around to see, because it may be at our front door, a box of kittens, a suitcase full of kittens and a cat. We've had that before. A suitcase zipped up, sitting at our front door.
Were they suffocating?
They were really hot. We saved them, but they were, it could have been bad. And we've had dogs dumped in our kennels, thrown over the kennels, and we get there and then we have a dog out there with a broken leg because they threw it over an 8-foot fence.
Oh my gosh.
We've had them tied up to the trees. We've had them sitting in crates right at the edge of the driveway. All you gotta do is call. We'll help. It may be a few days before we can take it in, but we'll work with whoever.
Okay.
It's just, you may have to keep it for just a little bit. We'll give you food to help take care of that animal till we do have an open kennel.
Wow. All right, so please go out if you're thinking about getting a new pet, or you already have something you want to add to your family. Go out to the NEA Humane Society. They are a non-profit organization, so if you want to donate any supplies, I'm sure you could use beds and blankets and toys,
blankets,
and food.
toys, food. Odoban, laundry detergent, Dawn dishwashing liquid. That's what we give baths with.
Okay.
We go through a lot of that too. Pretty much anything, cleaning supplies, paper towels.
So any of you extreme couponers out there,
yes,
please help out the NEA Humane Society. I know I'm laughing about it, but I'm very serious.
Yeah.
There are people who do this couponing like it's.
And some people, they'll come in and they'll bring in like 20 jugs of laundry detergent, and we thanks, and got them for a bargain because they did coupon. Wow. So that helps tremendously.
Right, and then I want to say thank you to everyone that supported you during your Petapalooza, and then don't forget to check out your upcoming event and tell us the name of that event and the date again.
It's Yappy Hour at Yes Dog Grill downtown on Main Street, and it's the last Thursday of this month from 6 to 9, I believe.
So the last Thursday in August?
Mm-hmm.
All
yes,
right.
ma'am.
So go check them out and support a local organization that's just trying to do some good in this community. And then also consider volunteering. You never know how beneficial volunteering can be for you while you're thinking you're helping someone else, or in this case, pets, animals. You can receive a gift as well that you can't really put into words.
That's right. It's a win-win for everybody all the way around.
Right, and take the children out there, and those that feel need to learn a little extra responsibility. I watched a commercial. Kids were sitting around the house. The dad was like, "What can I do with my kids to get them out of the house?" Took the whole family to an animal shelter. They cleaned and played and walked the animal, all this different stuff, and the kids ended up having a really great time.
Right.
So make it a family affair. There's a few more weeks left before school starts, so get the kids out the house.
Exactly. Bring them out. We'll put them to work.
And get them active. Or even when school starts back, make it an after-school thing, or make it a weekend thing,
Right.
But contact the shelter, and they will let you know exactly what times are available and when you can come out and what you need to do. And dress comfortably.
Exactly. And no flip-flops.
Okay. Please, no flip-flops. You will regret it. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us today.
And
this was a great time.
Thank you. I hope we can actually come out and do some video and get to
come
play
on.
with some animals.
You're welcome out anytime you want to come.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. Have a great and blessed day, and stay cool and stay hydrated.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of